Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you saw by the title, we'll be doing an all e.l.f. back to school makeup look. I'm so excited. Well, it's basically a full face of e.l.f. I won't be doing every step of my makeup. I will explain when we get started. But first, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. So I recently saw e.l.f. just released the, they called it the back to school makeup kit. And so what it is I think like 7 or 8 different products. And you can buy them all together and you can still select your shades, the ones you want. You can like build your own kit basically. And it is originally $38, it's supposed to be $38, and you can get it for $30, which is an awesome deal. And I was gonna personally just buy a whole new kit, but I honestly have so many of the products already that it didn't matter. And I also made some changes. So my kit here is a little different. You can't exactly go on their website and like say I want this instead of this. It's more you have the choice of the shades. But for me personally, it was just like, sure, it's an awesome deal, but I'm not gonna use everything in that kit. And the things that I didn't have already were things that I didn't like from the brand. I'm the only one really is their camo concealer. I just don't love it, and I like their other concealer better, so I did switch that out. And so personally, if you want to go build your own kit, if you don't want to buy their back to school kit or you can't get it because it is online only, you want to go to stores, whatever, this is what I suggest kind of you guys get. And if you have dry skin like mine, if you're someone who doesn't like a full coverage, the camo CC cream, the camo concealer, my bad. If you guys don't like that, then this one might be for you. I did total everything up. I honestly, that was so, my grandmother is from Chicago and she says it like that. I'm not from Chicago. But I totaled, why can I say that? I don't know. I totaled up everything. I even went as far as to total up the brushes that I will be using and the skincare that I'll be using as well, because this specific kit didn't have a primer, and I felt like for those of you who are interested in like the skincare prep and not so much the primer aspect to it, I would show you that as well, and what I would personally do if I was going to wear this makeup. I did wear this makeup the other day and I loved it. It was so flawless, and I was really happy that I kind of tested it beforehand because then I could see what I like. I don't know how to start, but I also, first things first, we'll just go in with some moisturizer. So I'm going to show you, this is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. Mine literally just like broke, I think one day. I think I dropped it and I didn't notice, and now it's all completely cracked, but I love this thing. You can see I'm almost done with it. I will be repurchasing it. It is so good. There is SPF 30 in here. If you are someone who is like me and not, I almost refuse to be high maintenance about my skincare, because if I sit here and tell myself I have to do 15 steps in the morning, the answer, it will not happen. So right here, this right here can be your primer, your moisturizer, your SPF, and your primer, and that's all you need. I don't think anyone, you all need to go run out and get this. But if you're someone who's looking, you're on the hunt and you're looking for something that's good and cheap, because this is $12, but comparatively to all the other moisturizers and stuff, this one is not bad. And this one has so much to it that, again, you're using it as a primer, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. You're not gonna find those 3 in one product for $12. So I think if you can grab it, I would go for it. So good. I just wanted to throw that plug in there because personally, I will either need a moisturizer or a primer. I can't go without both. My skin is so bone dry that it's just unrealistic. And so for those of you who literally only have $30 or whatever, I get it. If your skin is like normal skin and you're just chilling, go for it. But for me, I just feel like the kit was a little bit unrealistic as far as that, because I need a primer. And then no setting spray either. I was like, oh no, this is a challenge. This has become a challenge. All right, so let's jump into the makeup goodies. I'm so excited. First, we are going in with the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. Now this is $5, and I like this one more than I like the original, the camo concealer. I have, like I said already, I have dry skin, and so I like something a lot more hydrating, a lot more luminous, and a lot more lightweight. I feel like the camo concealer can get too heavy, too crepey, too too much, like it's too makeup-y for me. And so if I was going to school, you know, every day, I don't want to wear that. And I didn't wear it when I was in high school, in college. This is more something more my speed, because it's very, very lightweight and very like, what is the word? Skin-like, but it's not, it has enough coverage. It has that coverage that you want. So I'm just gonna go in and cover these designer bags. I like to just put the concealer wherever I would put concealer normally. And then I'll add it to like other points of my face just to pretend, like basically make it a foundation. That is personally just something I like to do. I really like to cover the redness in my cheeks, even though I bring it back with blush because I don't know, that's the fun of it for me, is that I get to like redo little things on myself. And so literally you don't even need this much. I just, you know, am a little bit extra. And I like to go in with the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. Now this brush is $6, which is, again, is a great price. e.l.f. does have some of their kits and things. There was no kit, at least on e.l.f.'s website, that had all the brushes that I was going to mention today in it. So none of the kits are really worth it because, let's get real, a lot of the e.l.f. brushes kind of are not the most useful, or, you know, they're very, very hit or miss. You're like, what is this like angled thing for, you know? So I'm sure you can make it work if you're someone who has a kit or you picked up a kit. You can absolutely make it work, but this is just the ones that I'm recommending if you're someone who's starting from scratch. You can see if the amount of coverage and how pale I look is because it has coverage on it. And so this concealer has coverage to it. And so you gotta make sure it's all blended out, of course, but you can see it's covering up my redness. It's covering up enough, but it's nothing heavy at all. It is absolutely stunning. I love this freaking concealer. It just looks literally flawless and my face looks brightened. And you'll see when I add the bronzer that it'll even out, so I know it's freaking scary. Again, you don't have to add as much as I did, but if I'm gonna go for it, you know? I like how it has that option too, for those of you who want a little bit more than just a little bit of concealer. You know, you want something, you can add it all over the face and it looks easy breezy, beautiful. And just see how flawless my skin literally looks. Juicy, voluptuous, and I don't even have primer or setting spray on. Please. All right, so next, they made the choice, and I thought this was an interesting choice, but I would have done the same thing. They put both of the both the Putty blush and the Putty bronzer in the like back to school kit, and it makes sense because it's so in right now. Everyone's going for the creams, and these are so easy and they're so smooth and they're really, really nice that, you know, honestly, it was kind of genius of them, not gonna lie. So we have the Putty bronzer. I have the shade Golden Daze, which looks like this. It's just a nice, you know, bronzery shade on me. And I don't remember what I was gonna say, but we're just gonna jump in. I have the e.l.f. Angled Buffing Brush for this, and I freaking love it. This brush is also $6, and it is so good. Look, you can see those, some of them. I am reckless when I wash my brushes, not gonna lie. I just soak them all in water and then like scrub them, but I soak them in water first, which I gotta do. But that's why they kind of hang off, but honestly, you know, if you're not psychotic, you will be fine. And they're so cheap that I would buy another one. Let's get that real. But also, they last a pretty long time. I've had this for a while, so it's nothing like, you know, I just got it, you know. So anyway, this brush is also $6, and I love it because it has that angle perfect for your like cheekbone, the crevice of your cheek. And so that's what I literally do. I just dab it in here, and I will dab it on the back of my cheek back here and just let it kind of cup. You can like brush it, you can stipple it, you can do whatever you like. Honestly, with this one, you can use your finger, you can use a sponge too if you're someone who doesn't want brushes or whatever, you don't want to spend your money on brushes, you don't have the money for brushes, whatever it is, you can use whatever you want for these cream blushes, cream products, because they are so blendable, they're so smooth, they're really, really nice. And so I can see why they threw them in there. Powders are a little harder because, you know, you kind of can't use your finger with a powder bronzer or whatever, or a powder product. So I understand, and it's like almost when you put other things in it, like powders and stuff like that, you kind of say, hey, you kind of got to buy brushes, and so you're raising the expenses, you know what I'm saying? So I really like that they put creams, basically, because every gal can try it. I know I look crazy, I promise it will come together. I like to do my jawline as well. The Putty, oh, I didn't mention, the Putty Bronzer and the blush are both $6, so $6 each, which again is a really, really nice price if you're someone who, you know, you have foundation, you have all these things down, and you just want a new cream blush, cream bronzer. These are really, really good. So I thought I'd mention that. All right, so let's jump in with some blush because my skin needs it, baby. We're going in with the shade Bali. They have tons and tons of shades of these. Okay, not tons, but they have quite a few shades of this. So any gal who's looking for their shade will definitely be able to find it. The brush that I like to use for the cream blush is the Putty Primer Applicator. So it actually it has a little scoop here, and you can literally scoop out the primer and like you get it going, whatever. This I like for the blush, and I don't scoop it out because I don't like that. I like it for the blush because it's small, it's compact, and then it really just blends out the blush so nicely. And wherever you put it, it just like diffuses it, and I love that. It's nothing harsh or too much to handle, hard to blend. It's nothing like that. And the thing with the Putty formula is that it's not the creamiest product ever. It is a nice and creamy product, but it's not the most creamy. It has a little bit of stiffness to it. You can see it in there because it is a cream, it's not a liquid. And so this really just helps it blend out and like melt into your skin without making it too harsh or anything. And you can just do it again, dab it, you can rub it, you can do whatever you like with it, and it just absolutely looks stunning. Elf also has some sponges. I just didn't have one on hand to like mention or whatever, so, and again, you can use whatever you like. If you won't like this sponge, go for the sponge, you know. But the brush is definitely doable. And both of those products are only $6. It's awesome. Now, a step that I had to add that was not in the original kit is setting powder. I can't do it. I have dry skin too, and I need to set my face. You know, some people, you know, who have dry skin just feel like no matter what, their face looks powdery, but not for me and not with this powder. This is the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. It is $3, and I love it so much. You cannot go wrong. I'm surprised I don't have pan in this one. This is my third compact of this, and I just love it. I like to use the e.l.f. blush brush just because of the shape. It's nice and tapered, and you can hit it right underneath your eyes where you put your concealer, and then you can kind of hit it all over the rest of the face as well, and really press it into the skin. I really love it because it just gives this like soft effect. You can definitely see the difference, and we'll go in with some more cream blush in a little bit when I kind of finish off my makeup. But you can see it does set your face. It doesn't look still glowy or anything like that, but you can see that my skin does not look matte or flat or dry or anything like that. It looks luminous and set, and I love that, and that's enough for me. Again, just press it into the skin just to hit it on my forehead a little bit. I really love to set my creams in place because I really don't want them going anywhere. So you'll see, and then I'm just gonna go with the creams now because we're already here. You'll see that when I put it on top, it goes back to its color, but it doesn't, it won't move as much because you're like almost sandwiching it on your face. You're like really locking it in, and I love that because you really don't want your cream blush going anywhere, and it's so easy because it's a cream, and creams on creams are just kind of sliding or whatever. And that's why I was like, girl, there's no powder in this little kit. What are people supposed to do at school, huh? And then I know people are wearing masks still, and so it's like, you're gonna wear a mask and creams and no powder. Not me, not me. At the very least, I would buy the kit and then pick up this setting powder like this as well. It's only $3. It won't break the bank. You can do it. I swear, it's so good and you will not regret it. Now that we are locked and loaded, baby, we're gonna do some brows. So the eyebrow, the kit says to, has the option of the Instant Lift Brow Pencil, which I really do like. It's only $3? $3. I believe it was $2 a while back, but it's only $3, and it is such a nice brow pencil. It's just smooth and easy. You just go with the flow. It is, I have the shade Deep Brown, and again, you just kind of, it's a bigger tip, but it's so nice and like creamy that it kind of just, you kind of just do your brows. You don't have to worry about it being too big or anything like that. And I know I have really fluffy brows, so I guess it's like you're one to talk, but I promise, for those of you who even, you know, have thinner brows or whatever, it's so nice and creamy that it's just so easy. You don't have to worry about it. If you want to just add a little bit of color, this will be your friend. And I really don't think you can go wrong if you're just getting into makeup. You're just first time going to a new school, whatever, you just want to try something new, this brow pencil will be your friend because it's very soft and gentle, and it's very forgiving. If you mess up, girl, just psh, psh, and she'll go. But when it sets, it will stay in your brows, and I really like that too, is that I feel like I can do what I want when I'm putting them in, and then when I'm ready to like let them settle, they just settle just the perfect way, and you just like don't even have to worry about them, you know? So good. So good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Like I said, oh no, I did not say this, but I also decided not to include the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes in this. I felt like for me, not a step that I would take, and not a step that everyone should feel like they have to take. I don't think eyeshadow is really all that when it comes to school. I think it really is the complexion, and I feel like, you know, what is the word? I don't know. It just sounds weird saying that, but it's just so true. And I don't think, you know, I really just honestly, I would say get the setting powder over with your $3 eyeshadow palette, because this is what's gonna make your makeup look bomb at the end of the day. Whereas that is just, you know, might add a little something here and there. And I'm not a hater of eyeshadow. I love eyeshadow. But I feel like if I'm even just going to work, and when I was going to college, the last thing I wanted to do was my eyes. It was just like kind of whatever. But if you're someone who really wants to do your eyeshadow, go for it. Those bite-sized eyeshadows are pretty good. They're not bad, and they will get the job done. You will look beautiful, and so it's really up to you, but this is just my personal preference. Next, I'm gonna go in, this is the e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Eyeliner. I have the shade Black. I used to have the shade Navy, and I did like these pencil liners, but the shade Navy just ended up being black, and then I had so many blacks, and it was like, whatever. But this one is a really nice little retractable liner here. It's nice, it's pigmented. You'll see, I'll put it on one eye, and then I'll do the other, just because, so you guys can see the difference of what it really does to your eye. You can see just how it took my eye to the next level, and obviously, you know, eyeshadow will do that as well, so again, depending on what you like, but you can see it just look a little bit more, whereas this side is beautiful, you know. I'm not hating on myself, but I'm saying that it just looks a little less, you know, chef's kiss. So I would definitely, you know, if you're not someone who doesn't want to do eyeliner, eyeshadow, I would definitely go with an eyeliner. If not, again, totally fine. Personal preference, but this one was just an option in the kit as well. So I just wanted to show you guys how it would look, you know, kind of different. Let me do the other eye before I forget. All right, next is going with mascara. And, you know, it really does pain me that there was no setting spray, but I honestly feel like, you know, that is just one of those things that has become habit and not always a necessity. I feel like when your makeup is good and like the Prime and Stay finishing powder, that's gonna really help your makeup last long enough. You really don't need a setting spray, but because it's become habit, I was like, I'm gonna just put on a setting spray anyway. But I didn't, I swear. So we're gonna go with mascara. Now this is the thing that blew me a little bit. This mascara is their new Big Mood Mascara. It's $7, and I know that, like, obviously it's their new mascara, that's what they're gonna wanna be promoting. But the only concern I have is that this is $7. That's a lot of dollars for what everything else was. The bronzer and the blush were the most expensive things, but these would literally last you years and days, whereas mascara will last you maybe 4 months, maybe 6. So it's like, But also, of course, you know, $7 is not a lot of dollars in general compared to $24 mascaras and stuff like that. But the thing is that you can get better for cheaper at other brands, and so I was like, Also, though, this is the best e.l.f. mascara that they have, so I would put it in my kit too, you know? So it just kind of goes both ways. If you're someone who's looking for a budget, I think you can get better for less. But if you're someone who is like, you know, you just want to go all e.l.f. and you're like trying, this is a good one too. And if you want to try the mascara for the first time, this is really, really good as well. So again, it's the Big Mood Mascara. It's new to their website, so if you're in stores, it's all over the place. If you're online, it's all over the place. I just wanted to show you guys real quick this side, and obviously this side with no mascara. You can see it is very voluminous, very nice, and it just gives you that girly, like, wispy effect, and I do love that, and it's a really nice mascara. And their other one too, if you're looking for something a little bit less voluminous and a little less dramatic, their other mascara, I believe, is only $6, but it's their second newest one. I can't remember the name, but I have it. Hold on. It's the Lash It Loud mascara. It is a little bit, this is in my empties, it is a little bit less voluminous and a little bit more natural, and so if you're looking for that, this one might be your friend. It's not my personal favorite. I like something a little bit more voluminous, but again, it just depends on what you like. I personally think stay away from all and any e.l.f. mascaras in the black packaging. Just don't put yourself through the trouble because they're not very good. They're just not. Just look how pretty, so nice. All right, then last but certainly not least is lips. And the one that they had in their kit is the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade, well, you could pick your shade. I have the one in the shade clear here. Now this does go in my like makeup kit, the makeup I do on other people when I do the occasional. So I have these like extra applicators that I'm gonna use. But I love this lip gloss. It's only $3, and so it's definitely not gonna break the bank. But it's just this nice, like, lightly glossy, little gloss. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just nothing too dramatic, and I love it because, you know, no one wants to walk into school with like this red lip where everyone's like, girl. And so I really like it because it just gives you a little something. It adds that little touch of class, a little touch of tryingness, a little touch of a little extra. And so, just so you all know, just so we're all on the same page, I just used 3 of them. You just see how natural and nice it does look. And I think that this whole look, I am wearing a fancier dress, but I think the whole look is just something that you can just rock all year long, and I love it because obviously depending if you want to pick up a different blush shade, you can get one that's a little bit warmer for the fall, brighter for the winter, brighter for the summer. But you can just see how natural and fresh my skin looks, and I think that that's the goal. You want to look fresh-faced and young and beautiful, and obviously you guys, and those of you who are going back to high school, are young. I'm not old, just so we're all clear. But you guys are young, and so you know, you really want to embody that and just rock it for as long as possible. And I think that this is the look that's for you. And I think that the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is a little bit more drying, a little bit heavier, and it doesn't it's not as forgiving as this one is, and it doesn't, you know, do as just, you can see that this one does. And so I am not hating on it because some people really do like it. It's just personal preference, of course. But real quick, I know this video is a little bit longer, but if you guys bought all of the makeup products that I shared, it would be $37, which is more than the kit. If you're someone who really wants the kit, go for it. If they're products that speak to you, absolutely. I just personally don't think they spoke to me, and so I'd be wasting more money than I would be saving, if you will, because I wouldn't be using this stuff. And then also, it's only online. So if you're someone who doesn't have, like, you're not online shopping or anything like that, and you're going out or whatever, someone's taking you, whatever it is, you know, these are the products that you can pick up in stores. Some of them you, the online thing is only $30 online, you know, $30 for that online. I did want to mention too, again, the moisturizer is $12. So if you're someone who wants to pick it up, you want to add something to your skincare routine, so delicious, I live. And then all the brushes all together is $22. Again, $20 is $22, man, almost $25, half of $50, which is half of $100, and I know it hurts me. But I feel like, again, you're getting a great bang for your buck, and it's way cheaper than the alternative. There are no, unless you buy like an Amazon kit, and even then there are some brushes that you just will like, you're like, what is this brush for? I know, I don't even know. So there's that. I just want to also add all 3 of them together. You would be paying $71, which is to someone who has an extra $100, whatever it is, and you want to just spend it on yourself. This is a great way to do it if you're looking for any of these new products and you want to just run out and buy them. Here they are here. Bada bing, bada boom. If you want just the makeup and the brushes, it is $59. Again, almost, $60 basically. And so just depends on what you're looking for. If you're someone who doesn't want the skincare, you're like, don't worry about it. You just want makeup and you want the brushes too, just to like kind of round the rest of your makeup collection out. $59 there. And then if you're looking for just the skincare and the makeup, if you're someone who has to brushes, girl, you're gonna use your fingers, go for it. You have a sponge, whatever the case may be, and you just want the moisturizer and the makeup, it is $49. So 50 bucks right there. Not too bad though, because you're getting a full, basically a primer, a moisturizer, and a SPF with all your makeup. And so I think that I would go for that one. But also, if you're someone who's like, forget the makeup, girl, I'm here for the brushes, which I really doubt. But if anybody has all the makeup like I did, I honestly had most of these products, so there was no point in me buying a whole set. If you just want the skincare and the brushes, it is only $34, 35 bucks there. Not too shabby, you know? So again, it all depends on what you're looking for. If you have any questions, definitely let me know down below. And yes, I love e.l.f. and I love, you know, again, obviously getting the best bang for my buck, but I also love good makeup. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to spend a little bit more. And so $37 is basically 40 bucks, you know, if that is, if it's out of your budget, definitely, you know, cut down somewhere. You don't need to get a $7 mascara. There's $3 ones that are still good. You don't need to get the setting powder for someone who doesn't need to set your face. Whatever it is, just kind of cut off where you can. And if not, $40 is not bad. I'm telling you, $55 can get you one product at Sephora sometimes. So 50 bucks. So 37 is not bad. That is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products. 8 products. Full face of makeup. So awesome. Again, cut the eyeliner if you don't wear eyeliner, whatever the case may be. And again, altogether basically 75 bucks. Not bad at all for brushes, for makeup, and for skincare. Girl, you're set. You're gold for the year. Literally set. Okay, maybe not the entire year with the moisturizer, but maybe at least 6 months. You're set. It's a great investment, especially because you might have to like maybe replenish the brow, the lip, and the moisturizer like halfway through the year, but the rest, you should be good, sweetie. You should be good. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. I'm gonna find a quote quick. So the quote for today is, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. And I love that because it's just kind of saying, cherish the time you have with people, because life is so short. And I fall into this habit where I'm like, gotta make money, gotta make money, gotta make money. Sorry, I can't go, gotta make money. Sorry, I can't go, gotta make money. And it's like, for what? For what? Because at the end of the day, life is about the relationships and the friendships and the memories, and about, you know, doing what's right and living for Christ and all these things. That's what life's about. It's not about the money. And at the end of the day, when you're in your grave, money is not in there with you. It's just not. So, you know, I think that's important to think about. You know, if you've never thought about it, take a second, maybe think about it. But yes, that is it for this video, guys. I know it was a longer one. I hope you enjoyed it so much. Again, I love e.l.f. And last again, for the third and final time, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below for sure. I want to have a conversation. I want to help you look your best for back to school. And yes, bye guys.